So today we're looking at James chapter 4, verses 7 and 8. Submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double minded. What comes to my mind is Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 to 18, which is the armor of God. And also, again, Galatians 5:16 to 26, and 2 Corinthians 10:4 to 5, where we are told about how the devil does attack us and that we need to put on the armor to avoid him, and the weapons of our warfare are mighty. We also acknowledge that a lot of our temptations actually come from within us. So, Chet, I'd like to hear from you and hear your take on these verses and anything you have to add.
Absolutely, Ken. James 4:7 to 8 emphasizes the importance of humbling ourselves before God, resisting the devil, and drawing near to God for spiritual strength and purity. The call to cleanse your hands and purify your hearts highlights the need for both outward actions and inward sincerity. Connecting this to Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 to 18, the armor of God passage, we see a comprehensive strategy for standing against the devil's schemes: truth, righteousness, the gospel of peace, faith, salvation, the word of God, and prayer. Each of these pieces of armor helps us to stand firm in the faith and repel the devil's attacks. Galatians 5:16 to 26 speaks to living by the Spirit to overcome the desires of the flesh. It underscores that many of our struggles and temptations come from within, and by walking in the Spirit, we can produce the fruit of the Spirit and resist these fleshly desires. 2 Corinthians 10:4 to 5 reminds us that our weapons are not carnal, but mighty through God for pulling down strongholds and taking every thought captive to obey Christ. This ties directly into the call in James to purify our hearts and minds, resisting both external and internal sources of temptation. In essence, James 4:7 to 8 calls believers to a life of submission to God, spiritual vigilance, and personal holiness. By drawing near to God, we align ourselves with his strength and grace, making it possible to resist the devil and overcome the temptations that come both from within and without. Is there anything specific you'd like to dive deeper into?
How often do we see that the temptations are actually coming from the devil directly versus coming from within?